Good morning, everyone. Today we're looking at Matthew's Gospel, chapter 19, which is quite a thorny one because it deals with the whole aspect of divorce. And Jesus says, basically divorce is wrong. And we as Catholics have perhaps a stronger view of it than many others, because many churches say, well, divorce is acceptable. But as Catholics, we take the instruction of Jesus literally, and that basically says what God has joined, man cannot divide. So once God has combined us, that's it. And when it comes to a breakdown of a marriage, how do we resolve that? Well, the church in taking it seriously, has said, well, if you don't want to have to solve the problem, try and prevent it. And so the church is very thorough, ensuring that before people get married, that they have a preparation program. And we have engaged encounter that we used, and there are many parishes that have their own instruction as well. But the big important thing is that when Catholics get married, or anyone gets married to a Catholic, they need to be aware of the concept of commitment. In other words, it's for life. And you need to understand that in going into it. So the element of the civil marriage is one, but the sacramental marriage in the church is another. And when it comes to divorce, people only look at the civil side. Well, certainly that's the one that is called divorce, because the Catholic Church doesn't recognize it. So what about situations where the marriage does fall apart? Well, the church in that situation say, why has it fallen apart? Let's have a look at it. And if they can find grounds that were in place at the time that the marriage took place, then they would be able to say, well, we can start looking at annulment. Annulment doesn't mean cancelling the divorce, cancelling the marriage. What it basically means is recognizing that at the time that the marriage took place, that it was flawed. And if it is flawed, then the contract is invalid. So therefore, it is null and void. It's annulled. So the attitude towards marriage is important. I think so many people are concerned about the wedding. And the wedding seems to be more focused on the reception than anything else. And so much money is spent on the wedding dress and all the suits and the party and all the rest of it, and the honeymoon, which are all wonderful things. But what about the marriage? And so it's important that we understand the distinction between marriage and just going through a wedding. And in cases where things started going wrong, please, if you're in that situation, or if you know anyone who is, make sure that you're informed about what the church believes and what the church can help you with. So seek counseling, not just from a psychologist, but from a spiritual director who will be able to tell you what your real situation is and if the church can help you. So we wish you well, and we wish you every blessing. Keep yourself safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.